Welcome you all to the revision session of Unit 4, that is Measurement of Revenue, Expenses and Income. This session provides you a brief overview of meaning of revenue, expenses and income, measurement and timings of revenue and expenses, composition of revenue as well as expenses, differences between cost, expense and expenditure, the nature, concepts and measurements of income. Revenue is the money brought into a company by its business activities. Revenue is also known as sales or sales turnover in the income statement. For example, revenue earned by the sale of goods or services, revenue earned by the interest or dividend revenue, etc. ಯಾವುದೇ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯು ತನ್ನ ವ್ಯವಹಾರ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಯಿಂದ ಗಳಿಸಿದಂತಹ ಹಣದ ಮೊತ್ತವನ್ನು ರೆವೆನ್ಯೂ ಎಂದು ಕರೆಯುತ್ತೇವೆ. ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗೆ, ಉದ್ಯಮದ ಸರಕು ಮತ್ತು ಸೇವೆಗಳ ಮಾರಾಟದಿಂದ ಬಂದ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ರೆವೆನ್ಯೂ, ಡಿವಿಡೆಂಡ್ ಅಥವಾ ಲಾಭಾಂಶ ರೆವೆನ್ಯೂ, ಹೀಗೆ ಮುಂತಾದ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಉದ್ಯಮವು ತನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳಿಂದ ಹಣವನ್ನು ಸಂಪಾದಿಸುತ್ತದೆ. Revenue comprises of two different elements: operating revenue, non-operating revenue. Operating revenues are generated by the company's core business activities, whereas non-operating revenues are derived from the activities which are not related to company's core business operations. Measurement of revenue. Generally, sales revenue is measured in terms of monetary unit in the income statement. Revenue is measured in accordance with the accrual concept. Revenue recognition. It is mainly concerned with the timings of revenue recognition in the income statement. ಉದ್ಯಮದ ಸ್ವರೂಪವನ್ನಾಧರಿಸಿ ಉದ್ಯಮದ ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂವನ್ನು ವಿವಿಧ ವಿಧಾನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಗುರುತಿಸಬಹುದಾಗಿದೆ. Depending upon the nature of business, there are several methods to recognize revenue. Those are sales basis method, percentage completion method, completed contract method, cost recoverability method, installment method, updated revenue recognition method, which is based on ASC, Accounting Standard Codification 606. Expenses. As there is a popular saying, it costs money to make more money. An expense is the cost of operation that a company incurs to generate revenue. Some of the common expenses are salary, rent, administrative expenses, etc. Business expenses are debit in nature, which comprises of two different elements. Those are operating expenses and non-operating expenses. ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯು ತನ್ನ ವಾಣಿಜ್ಯ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳ ಮೂಲಕ ಲಾಭವನ್ನು ಗಳಿಸಲು ಕೆಲವು ಸಂಬಂಧಿತ ವೆಚ್ಚಗಳನ್ನು ಭರಿಸುತ್ತದೆ. ಹೀಗೆ ಆದಾಯವನ್ನು ಗಳಿಸಲು ತಗಲುವ ವೆಚ್ಚಗಳೆಂದರೆ ಬಾಡಿಗೆ ವೆಚ್ಚ, ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ನೌಕರರಿಗೆ ನೀಡುವ ವೇತನ, ಸರಕು ಮತ್ತು ಸೇವೆಗಳು ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡಲು ತಗಲುವ ಮಾರಾಟ ವೆಚ್ಚ ಇತ್ಯಾದಿಗಳು. Expenses are recognized when they are directly or indirectly related to the production of goods and services, and also when they are helpful to earn revenue. Most commonly, we can measure revenue in two types. One is historical cost method and another is cost price method. Let us move to the next concept, that is the difference between cost, expenses and expenditure. The difference between cost and expense is that cost identifies an expenditure, while expense refers to the consumption of an item acquired. Cost is most closely related with the term expenditure. As the diagram shows, if the cost expires it is called as an expense. If the cost is unexpired, it is considered as an asset. Income. Income is the profit or earnings generated by the business activities. Following points highlight the nature of business income. Those are: income is guide to dividend and retention policy. It is a measure of managerial efficiency. It is also a guide to future prediction. It is a means of determining tax. Income is a guide to creditworthiness of business and other economic decisions. There are various concepts to calculate income. These are accounting income, economic income, and capital maintenance concept of income. To measure business income, there are few basic approaches of accounting. One is transaction approach, activities approach, balance sheet approach, and the last one is value added approach, where the value added to the product is excess of selling price over the cost of raw materials. In this session, you have learned an overview of meaning of revenue, expenses and income, measurement and timing of revenue and expenses, the composition of revenue as well as expenses, differences between cost, expense and expenditure, the nature of income, the concepts of income, and the measurement approaches of income. For further information on these topics, please do refer individual session-wise uploaded videos, reference books, and the web links provided at the end of each session.